So here we are. There is a different icon. I created a group icon for you.
Ooh. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, I just
Look
noticed.
at us.
Right, so that's
Nice.
that's all of you together.
That's so tiny.
It is on this
That's
map.
cute. I like it.
On this map, it's pretty small because obviously this is an entire city view. But it just seemed kind of redundant to have all of you as tiny little characters running around.
I think that was a half shiggle, by the way. That just.
A half.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they're gonna come tonight. I have a feeling, you know. I have a feeling.
Are you
Especially since you're moving this little tiny fucking token around. I'm so
Well, you'll be off this
sorry.
map soon anyway. Okay, so what did you guys decided that you were going to go to the mayor, right? And request supplies. I think didn't you say something about wanting to ask about getting to keep a horse and cart or something?
That would be awesome, yes.
And I wanted to do a little bit of local research as well before we left, like just quick, like see if I could find out more about the fields.
Oh, the fields of sorrow.
Or the plant or whatever. So while they're getting supplies, I would like to hop to the library and search.
I like how none of us really cared about this illness too much. We were just like, I don't care, I just want this thing off my arm.
Well, the first thing is, there isn't really a library anywhere. Closest thing to a library might be the books that the mayor had in his office. But there's really no major library. But you guys are heading over. Well, I'm going to put you down here by the mayor's office. That's where you. So we are going to do that. So basically, we have got. I'm going to move you guys to the keep. Both, or I put you all inside the keep. And basically, that is where the you first kind of talked and spoke to the mayor inside of there. So move you in, and here you are. Everybody at the keep.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, you remember the end doors is where it led into the mayor's office.
With the nice chest in it, by the way.
Oh, in that little side room?
A bear fur rug.
Ah, rogues. You rogues.
Right. Well, everybody seems to recognize you now, and you're actually greeted with smiles instead of strange, bizarre. Who are these guys? Look.
Good.
Yes.
All right, so I guess we're going to see the mayor, huh? I've been reluctant about this plan, considering, how rare the flower was, and I know nothing of herbalism. But I am going along with it, so I guess we just should head into the room and get what we need.
As we've been walking, I've actually warmed up to the idea, and I am really on par with it with Racia this time, I think.
Okay, so you two are more interested in actually helping the village than as well as yourselves, and Radovan Rainier is still very much only worried about his own health.
Kind of. Yes, that's accurate. Yes.
So there we go.
Messed up, but true.
All right. Well, as soon as you get to the door, the two guards they don't try to stop you at all this time. They just kind of look at you and just smile and glance at the door like they're ready for you to just walk through it.
Yay!
Let's get through that door.
Alrighty. Once you're inside, you see the kind of guy that was the armored guy that was wearing the long flowing purple cloak. He's still in there, but this time he doesn't bulldoze forward to try to intercept you. The mayor looks at you and with a big smile on his face. Oh, you're back, wonderful, wonderful.
Greetings.
Okay, how is everybody feeling?
Oh, everybody feels wonderful. Yes, thank you for bringing the tonic. It made a huge difference to the morale of the town. Are you gonna I trust you're gonna go back and are you gonna maybe bring the next shipment as well?
Oh no, we're gonna have somebody from the other village do it. For now, we're on to bigger things.
He says, "Oh well, can I help you in any way? Did you find the wizard? Did you finally meet him?"
We did indeed. He has quite the personality, and we actually wanted to request a a favor from you.
Oh, yes, absolutely. After all, I mean, you have done a great service to our town, you know. What can I do for you?
Glance at Raisha. Raisha? I don't like asking favors.
Am I disclosing the plan to him? Our mission?
I think you should just request the supplies.
But what if he wants to know what they're for?
Radovan will make something up.
Radovan will make something.
I look at the two of you and I say, look, you know, I'm along for the ride, but no.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of step up and I'm going to say, I was wondering if there's anybody in your town that can give me some more information about these fields of sorrow and a little more history about the mountains around them, or if you guys are aware of any strange things that are there, because our journey intends to send us in that direction, and we're weary of anything that might be detrimental to our fate.
Oh, well, yes. I mean, you're not exactly going to a particularly pleasant area of our town, you know? Well, it's not really anywhere near our town. You're heading to the mountains, so you're going through the fields of sorrow, then?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's a long trek. Do you have horses?
Yes. We do not. It's part of the favor that Kia was speaking of. The wizard has sent us on somewhat of a quest. And believe me, it interests your town greatly. So any help that you can help provide will definitely help your town in return.
Oh, well, I mean, do you have anything particular in mind?
Well, a few horses, some supplies, and as I mentioned, the knowledge would be wonderful. Maybe even if you have some guards willing to accompany us.
Whoa. Wait. I immediately step in and say, supplies, cart, horse, thank you. Like, we don't need more guards that we don't know. She spoke out of turn. I apologize for it, but, you know, I really need to talk to you two. Do you mind giving us a moment, Mayor?
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
But to address what you asked, I don't really have any horses to spare, but if you would like, I mean, the horse and cart that you brought up, I mean, I know you would ask me to make sure it found its way back to, you know, find its way back to its previous owner, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you borrowed it again.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. That'll be perfect.
Okay, well, he kind of just goes back over to his desk and just starts mulling around the papers, and the guard with the purple cloak just conveniently kind of walks over to the other side and pretends to be minding his own business to give you guys a little bit of space.
All right. I turn to the two and I say, guys, we need to talk.
You made that very obvious, Radovan. About what?
Yeah. Well, okay. Fair enough. We can't include other people into our adventure. They're not afflicted with what we got. And frankly, I'm having a hard enough time trusting you guys. I don't want extra people in our entourage.
Well, I just figured extra strength would maybe help us in our speed. Because his reaction was, you know, there's probably some things that we particularly don't want to deal with. And you weren't exactly forthcoming with asking for their help, so I had to go with what I had.
All right, well, here's something that I'm going to say right now, and I'm going to promise to my God himself. We are in this together. I will protect you guys to the best of my ability. And I do not say this lightly, because we all know we've had our disagreements, we've had our tensions and problems. But we all have the same mark on our arms, and quite frankly, because of that, I am willing to trust you guys on this adventure and go along to the Fields of Sorrow, because that's the perfect place I wanted to go to. So that is my promise to you. I will do everything in my power to protect you guys. And that is it.
I see how you can trust us, but how can we trust you? I guess I haven't really gotten to know you very well. I should have, but I just haven't.
The power of St. Cuthbert.
I did heal Raisa, right? Or Racia, or however you pronounce her name. I'm sorry.
Raisa.
There you go. Okay.
Raisa.
And yeah, I did heal her when she was attacked by wolves. I didn't have to, but I did. I don't know what else I can do to gain your trust. I guess you're just going to have to look within yourselves and, you know,
Well, hey,
I've just been deceived
ex-
so many times by humans.
what's the worst that can happen? We can blow up, right? I mean, look, you leave me alone, you leave me aside and do your little adventure, which I am willing to go along with you for, then, you know, more power to you. I don't think we'll survive alone, honestly. I don't
Fair
think
enough.
we have a
I think
choice.
you're right.
but
So-
I don't want to hear you talking about me poisoning you, Radovan. If I wanted to, trust me, you'd be dead already.
Ooh.
Oh!
Okay,
Them
well,
fighting word.
so
Okay, the mayor kind of keeps like glancing up from his papers to see if you're like.
mind your
Okay.
own, Mayor. Jesus, we're talking here.
Jesus.
Cuthbert, we're talking here. All right. I will not mention the poisoning thing again. I promise.
Alright.
And that's all I gotta say.
Okay, so
Fine. As long as I get to know you while we're traveling.
20, you have to play some games of 20 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Absolutely.
I don't play games.
Alright,
I-
we'll have a serious discussion of 20 questions.
I think we need more information about this plant if we can find it, guys. Like I said, I've heard of it. It's been rumored, but I've never seen it. So I don't even know if we're even gonna find it, guys.
Right.
Well, that's not my field. If we need to get more parts, more pieces, more anything, I guess we'll go to the market. But between us, I think we're pretty well prepared for any eventuality. But tell me what you want me to get for this journey. Appropriate horses, preferably not steal them. You know, although we are doing this town a favor, so I would not be completely against that.
Have you ever seen me steal anything, by the way?
Oh, that has nothing to do with the clothes you're wearing. It has to do with you being half elf, you know?
He
The
doesn't trust
dwarves and
anybody.
elves. But hey, whatever. Let's do it. Let's rock on. Let's get going. We don't...
So you wanna re-engage the mayor or just wander out?
I would like to re-engage. I want to
I'm
inquire
wandering out.
if there's anybody, if they have a local herbalist or apothecary or healer or anybody who would encompass the use of herbs.
He says, well, really, probably only the wizard, but you've already talked to him. But I do have one suggestion. If you are going to finally go into the Fields of Sorrow and into the mountains, have you ever been there before, any of you?
No.
Then
I've traveled through mountains.
As I said, I mean, I'm sure Rudigan will not mind if you use the horse and cart, and should anything bad happen to it, I'll happily reimburse him, make sure he's fairly compensated, of course. But should you, should you be heading in that direction, it might be possible that you could hire a guide. There are one or two people that know the area fairly well and could possibly be of very much use to you.
Radovan?
He said, why are you
Enticing?
going to the mountains anyway? May I inquire?
I'm gonna look at Radovan for a yes or no.
My back is turned to you guys. But I do have my
Radovan's
head...
Kind of, he wants
I do have my head... I'm shaking. I hope... Did I hear him through the door? Like, is the door open or closed?
And the door is open, unless you closed it.
No, I didn't close it. So
Okay.
I heard you, and I'm not thrilled by the idea. But I say I need to get a sense of him first. Like I want to talk to him. If you guys do opt for a
I
guy,
mean, you are actually going to help his village, in theory. So, I mean, it's up to you guys. But
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna divulge to the mayor why we're going to the Fields of Sorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
Well, as soon as you tell him, what are you going to tell him first?
I tell him that the wizard is sending us to find a plant that he believes will cure what ails the city.
A cure? Could it really? A cure? Oh, happy day! Oh, wonderful, wonderful. If there's any provisions that you need, we don't hesitate to let me know. I'll make sure that we provide those. And if you find
Got 'em.
someone willing to be a guide, I'll pick up the tab, of course. I'll take care of that too. And should by chance you manage to lift this curse, this disgusting malady from my town, I will make sure that you are also properly rewarded. I don't know what agreements you have with the wizard, but I will myself be extremely grateful, and we will see that you are, accommodated for your time, trouble, and effort.
Of course, I perk up to this.
I as well.
As for finding a guide, I suppose, I would frequent the local tavern. Seems like probably the most sensible place to find one.
Actually, Mayor, the place we have to get to and the time condition we have to meet is quite strict. Perhaps you know somebody who can get us the best guide in a quick, timely fashion.
Well, I shouldn't really say this, but I do tend to try to avoid most of the common folk myself. So I would suggest asking the innkeeper.
Wonderful.
And as I said, just when you go there, that we have a general store that can provide you with ration supplies. By all means, go there. Within reason, please. We're not a rich town, I understand. But within reason, get whatever provisions you feel you may need. And he kind of goes back over to his desk and scribbles out another one of those letters of marque that he gave you when you first got here to get to stay in the inn for free, and hands it to you. Present the shopkeeper with this, and I'm sure that I will pick up the expenses. And again, get whatever you need within reason.
Wonderful.
Well, oh, I'm so excited. He said we've been dealing with this for almost a year now. The thought that there might actually be a cure, that I shouldn't. I've tried to stay positive, you understand, with all the people in the town. I really have, but each...
Mayor?
Yes?
Sorry, we have to go.
Oh. Well, quite. Yes, please. Don't hesitate to ask if there's anything you need.
I'm so glad you said that.
Goodbye.
He's
And
a talker.
at that
He's a
point,
talker.
almost like it was his idea that you're in a hurry, he kind of rushes out with you and like, everybody out the way! They're really quite in a hurry. Come on, everybody, move aside. Okay, so once you're back outside, he has one of his guards bring the go ahead and bring the horse and cart around to you. So now you have that at your
You just got
disposal.
hooked up. Thank you so much, Raisa.
All right, so I'm going to...
Time-wise, it's kind of late afternoon right now.
Okay, so Radovan, would you like to try and find the guide so that you can get a feel for the one you're the most comfortable with?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Me and Kia will get all the provisions we need then.
On that mark, I will be praying to my God after I sleep. We get some rest. So don't worry about water. I'm going to make sure we never run out of water again by the powers of Cuthbert. I just want you guys to know. So that'll lighten the load and maybe hasten our journey.
So just 3 skins and that's it?
Just
one each?
Food and provisions of the physical sort, but not water. We do not need water. I got you covered.
Okay.
So where are you going to go? You going to the local, as I said, there's the general stores, or you can go to the inn.
Yeah, I'm going to... Radovan's going to find the guide.
Okay, so
that's
Radovan's going to the inn.
I'm going to the inn. Praying that Cassandra's there.
Okay.
just saying,
What about,
not the other one.
Focus.
What about Kia? What are you doing?
I'll go to the general store.
Okay, which is building.
Alright.
And maybe I'll go get the cart and the horse ready.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna do that. So let's have let's have Kia go over to the general store first. The general store is a small wooden building, seemingly older than some of the other constructs in town. Inside, however, it boasts an impressive selection of merchandise, ranging from ropes to basic weaponry.
Ooh.
The person behind the counter is kind of like a rather short, frumpy-looking woman. She's got long, straight black hair that's kind of bra-like and obviously doesn't put a whole lot of effort into her appearance. To call her homely would be kind. She's like a big wart with a hair growing.
I'm gonna walk up to her and do a bow and say, hello, ma'am, lass. I'm Kia.
She goes, oh, hello. And what can I get for you?
I'd like to purchase 7 days rations of food for 3 people, please.
Oh, really? Clark, DR,
Yes.
thank you for the follow. Well, we can take care of that, not a problem. Do you want just common food, or do you want tack rations?
Tack rations?
Oh, you know, it's not the tastiest of stuff, but it lasts against the elements and doesn't go off anywhere near as quick.
Yes, I'll have that. I don't know what situations we'll be in.
Okay, what else? Did you say 7 days worth?
Right? Yeah, 7 days, just in case.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think that will be all, ma'am.
Oh, well, fair enough. Here you
Do
are.
we need anything else?
That'll cost you 14 silver pieces, please.
Cha-ching! Alright. How much?
14, dearie.
14. Alright, I hand you the money.
Okay. Right, she kind of grabs it and stuffs it in a little box underneath the shelf. You sure there's nothing else you're gonna need?
Well, I'll come back
Got a fine
quickly
deal on
if I
some
forget.
lanterns. Some nice high-quality bullseye lanterns. Come in last week. I've got 4 of them left. And all the other you could use.
I have some spells that'll create light, as does my
Oh.
party, so
You're a
I'll
witch.
be all right.
No,
A
that's
witch.
Fine. Witch?
I wouldn't call myself a witch, more as a sorceress.
Oh, well, okay. Sorry.
The witch. Thank you, man.
Yes, at this point she sort of suddenly seems a bit standoffish. Like, oh, well, okay,
Oh.
that's fine. Off you go then. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And if you need anything else, I'm closing in a moment, so, yes. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. Yes, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, she kind of follows you to the door and closes the door and locks it behind you, leaving you with your 7 days worth of tack rations. And what you want to do from there? You're just gonna...
Oh, so I thought you were moving on to
I
somebody
will
else.
in a
I'm
second.
just
I just want to
gonna
know what you're doing
join.
after
I'm just gonna go sit in the inn and wait for everybody
that. Okay,
else.
so then you're gonna head to the inn. Alright, meanwhile, in the inn, Radovan, Rainier...
I head straight to the innkeeper, who I presume is in the lower level, right? Like,
Yes, yeah, he's on the ground floor.
and I say, I'm looking for your the guide. I guess. I mean, the mayor said something about a guide. We're going away to save the town, and we need help, and I need to talk to him or her.
Okay, a guide for what and where?
The Fields of Sorrow.
Oh, don't know many people that would happily lead you over there, but, if you're going to go there, I recommend you try to find... Probably Hansel. Hansel will probably be your best bet.
Hansel.
Yes, he's not here at the moment. He's usually here in the evenings.
Ooh, where is he?
Well, I don't know.
Quick!
I don't know.
Where?
Try his house, I suppose.
Where does he live? Come on.
He lives in a house, he's actually right behind the forge. Yes, lives in a house right behind the forge, very close to the forge.
All right, thank you. That's where I'll be going.
Well, fair enough. Would you like a drink before you leave?
Yes, please.
Thought so.
Hit me up with a whiskey. One for the road, you know.
Okay, so he pours you the unusually
Yes,
large
please.
whiskey.
A little more. Fill it to the top. Let's go,
Okay,
quick.
So wine glass full of whiskey, hands it to
Alright.
you.
I take it and I say, "This is from the mayor. Put it on the mayor's tab," and then I start leaving.
Okay, well that's fine because he's already got a letter of marque from the mayor that agrees to that, so he
That's
has
right.
no problem with it.
I totally forgot about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
the glass.
Tab.
Oh, okay. He sketches it down in his book. You're wander out the tavern holding your wine glass full of whiskey.
Pretty much. That's how I
Bloody
roll.
priest, I don't know.
Pinky up, even.
Sure, pinky up.
Alrighty. So yeah, there he goes. Like, okay, so you're going to head in that direction. Meanwhile, Racer, you're getting the horse and cart ready, getting the reins all put together, the tack and everything on the horse, making sure it's fed. You know, they'll give you, you know, a few couple of bags of grain to put in the back, so you've got some provisions for that.
I'm assuming it was stabled, like, in the local stable?
Yeah. I mean,
okay, well, I'm just gonna chit-chat with, like, the local, like, stable hands and just say, you know, have you heard of anything around the town? Hey, have you guys... Obviously, you know about the Fields of Sorrow. Tell me about them. And just make some general chit-chat, trying to get us any information that I can that will help us.
Alright, make a gather information roll. Gather information.
You can do it. Believe in you.
Alrighty. Let's see how our half-elven busybody does. Oh, look at her, look. Okay. Ooh. So, yeah, you butter up the stable hand nice and, basically he says, well, I don't know a whole lot. I mean, he's a fairly young lad. He's probably about 15 years old. But I don't know a whole lot about the wizard and all that and the Fields of Sorrow, but I can tell you that, you know, everyone's been sick ever since the wizard started acting funny.
Oh. Really? Well, like what kind of funny?
Well, you know, he's always a happy man, and then one day he just wasn't as happy as he normally is, and we sort of noticed it, and then after that everyone started getting sick. Always found it a bit weird, really. But of course, probably because he got sick as well, so he's not himself. I mean,
Could be.
It is pretty depressing. Everybody here in town suddenly, you know, it started off, I mean, when everyone got sick, and the herbalist from the local village, he gave us all these tonics and made everybody better, and then 2 weeks later it came back, so we got the tonics again, and then it seems to be that every time we take the tonic it lasts less and less and less time. Everyone's getting really worried because soon the tonic's not going to work at all, and then people are going to start croaking it, you know what I mean?
I do, yes. Do people generally like the wizard?
Well, yeah, but he's all right. I mean, he's a wizard. I mean, you know, funny.
But he's not feared.
Well, I mean, you know, to some degree, yeah. I mean, you don't want to be turned into nothing unnatural, like a toad or a frog or nothing, do you? So you don't want to piss him off.
Right.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he's never really done anything to hurt anybody.
Interesting.
But as I said, but then. Also, he's been wandering off a lot here lately. He keeps buggering off. It's like gone for days at a time he is. And then he'll pop back up and he's around town for a day or two. No, don't want to talk to no one. Keeps himself to himself and then he's off again. Don't know what he's up to. Strange folk, them wizards.
Well, sometimes magic does that to folks.
But yeah, but about the Field of Sorrow, I don't know nothing about them really, other than the fact that apparently hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people died there a long time ago in a big war.
Yes. Well...
Something to do with orcs and stuff. Didn't really pay much attention to history. I don't really care much about that sort of stuff. Live in the now, that's me.
Yeah, well, I understand, but thank you for your help.
Oh, not at all. Bye then.
Goodbye.
Okay. Right, Radovan, if you're heading back towards the forge, you're going in the direction that Kia is coming from. So you two are going to pretty much bump into each other as you head in that direction.
Okay.
Didn't see you there.
I'm kind of hard to miss.
Yeah, he's the 6'4" dude.
Sorry,
in
I'm
the
just used
armor.
to tuning you
really?
out. So.
I thought you guys had like keen eyesight or something. What's going on here?
I'm just used to tuning you out. That is all.
I'd take a swig of my whiskey. Let's go. We got to talk to a guide. We got to get him on board as soon as possible because we got to get out of here.
Alrighty. Well, that's going to bring us to our first break.